Starting off this hour is Scott in Dayton, Ohio. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Hey, Dave. Doing well, and you?
Better than I deserve, sir. How can I help?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to do my next move here, trying to figure out what my next move is with me and my wife. Just started out doing baby steps, and just started the budget this month.
Good.
My wife was doing the budget before, and we just got no ground, so I kind of stepped in and said, let's do this together.
Mm-hmm.
And make a plan of action and try to dig ourselves out of this debt, find a place to live, and we're on baby step one still. And we got about $500 saved. Our income is about $6,500 this month.
Wow, that's good.
Yes, sir. Went from we've been married 15 months now, and we were laid off during our honeymoon, so we've been struggling and climbing since then, and Lord's definitely blessed us.
Okay.
But we're staying in her parents' basement, and we're on baby step one, and her sanity is about gone, and we need to try to figure out the next plan of action here. We're about $34,000 in debt total, mostly my own debt.
So you have $6,500 coming in per month?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Our total bills are roughly, give or take, about $1,500. So that does leave us quite a bit of wiggle room. But
yeah, I mean, you can go get an apartment and put up a deposit, right?
Well, that's the thing I was telling the screener on the phone is I have an extenuating circumstance. I know you talk with other people who are kind of normal people that don't have weird backgrounds. Well, I'm a convicted sex offender, and I'm not able to just pick up and say, hey, I want to rent this place. People are saying, no to me all the time. So,
no, I bet. How long ago? I mean, you have a felony conviction, and how long ago was that? Did you do time?
Yes, sir. I did 7 years and about 4 months, and followed by 6 years of probation afterwards. And yes, I started doing.
So how long ago did you get out?
09.
9. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I think
I went to college. Got my degree in civil engineering, and was not able to use my degree. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's going to be you have certain restrictions on where you can actually live relative to a school or that kind of a thing, I assume, right?
Yes, no, yes.
Okay.
That,
and then I assume that or some kind of a restriction. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I just assumed that. I guess I went too far. But anyway, I don't know exactly what you did. I don't want to get into that. I'm just trying to help you from where you are.
Yeah.
So what it amounts to is you need to identify that where you can legally live, number one, and not be in violation of something that the court has told you, okay? And in terms of once you've done that, then you've got to find just probably an individual landlord that would consider your story, and that is that since 09, this and 8 years prior, this is a past history. It's way back. It's not something that was 6 weeks ago, and
right.
So then if someone's looking at this through a corporate lens or through a narrow lens, they're not going to rent to you. You're right. You've run into that. But if you find Joe and Susie that own a rental house, and you could sit down with them and go, look, 14, 15, 22 years ago, whatever the deal was, and then I served 8, and then I'm out, and I've been done my probation, and and we're making a living, and we're good people now. That's in my past though, and I want to disclose that, and I want to see if you would give me a chance. And you find an individual person that just looks at you as a person then, and instead of as a check mark on a box in an application, right? And,
yes.
and in other words, if you can tell your true story, and it's a story of redemption and that you are starting your life afresh, then yeah, somebody will give you a shot. But can you just walk up to any old place and rent? No, I agree with you. You're going to run into probably some pretty serious no's, and you probably already have, haven't you?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to go shopping, and you got the money is the good news.
Yeah, well, saving that money we were thinking that the next step was just because we were having so many problems is to save for a down payment on a home.
No, I think you rent.
Okay.
You just got to find a place, and so you need to save, several $1,000s this month, and take a month and go shopping for rentals aggressively until you find something that'll give you a shot. And then the good news is you're going to be able to clean this up and work the normal baby steps once you get you a place to live that's not in your mother-in-law's basement that's driving you crazy. So, because you're making good money between the two of you.
Yes, sir.
And so, that's good. I think that's my plan. Yes, you've got some barriers, but the good news is you got a pretty dadgum good income to attack this with. You're going to be debt-free in, like a year, and then you're going to save your emergency fund. Then you're going to save your down payment and buy a house, and you're going to be in good shape. It's exactly what I would do. But I think you've got a hurdle there, but I don't think it's insurmountable. And as a landlord, would we rent to you? Possibly. I mean, I'm not going to rent to you based on the information I know today, but I'm not going to tell you no based on what I know today. And so if you sat down with my son-in-law, Winston, who runs our rental property, and you told him the story, and he came to me and goes, hey, this is a long time this guy's passed. We're going to give this guy a shot. I'd be okay with that if he checked you out and heard your whole story and knew what was going on. And, we're going to give a guy a shot that's starting over 15 years later, kind of a thing. And so, but again, we want to know that the story is still all positive. And if you've got that to tell, that's a good story. It's a redemption story. It's a start over story. We live in a culture full of people that start over. We're all people that start over. So, people like to give somebody a shot if there's a reason to give them a shot. And then there's others that are just judgmental, and then there's others that are corporate America, and they can't make a decision that doesn't fit any kind of checkbox on a form, and that's what you run into. So, hey, man, thanks for the call. I hope this works out for you, and I hope you get your place to live, and then get out of debt, and then save up your emergency fund, and save up your down payment, and you're able to move into a house and do it the right way. Good question, and thank you for calling in. Open phones this hour as we talk about your life and your money. You don't get that kind of call on the typical financial show. But you know what? We're not the typical financial show. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. And so you have to break the cycle. You have to flip this thing on its head and make it behave. You've got to get so fired up and wired up that your broke friends think you've lost your mind.